wasn't for your wellies, where would you be? This country would grind to a halt and no a thing would grow if it wasn't for the workers in their wellies. Wellies, they're wonderful, oh wellies, they're swell. If it wasn't for your wellies.
Welcome back for another Tuesday video. The lambs get moved, Joe tries to catch honey blue, he digs into some of the milk stats, and we got an unreal amount of rain over the weekend, so the contractor is in.
Saturday morning, 6:45, cows coming in. Late to bed last night and the week is after hitting me like a wallop now this morning, so late start. Cows aren't, they're okay, they're not giving out too much. Tampish sort of a morning, extremely mild. And
Joe digs into some milk stats.
There's a cow on heat, she's gone walking down there yesterday, or down there. We had no cows on heat yesterday, so you can zoom in there to see a bit of holding activity going on. I'm going by the scratch yards, I think there's another one, possibly two out there. I'm going to get the milk now and back out the grass. Afternoon everyone, it's Saturday afternoon, just about 1:15, only getting going after me breakfast. What is going on with that coat? Yeah, myself and Ellen are feeling the full effects of last week today. Yeah, energy levels are in our boots, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Just been in there with my mum and dad, so good rant about football with my dad, about the game on Thursday night and stuff, set the world to rights, and about what's going on and not going on. Anyway, good to get that out of the system. You remember a couple of videos ago, we had got notification from the Department of Agriculture that our herd was TB restricted, and we've been put onto a contiguous testing cycle. We got a letter from them a fortnight ago now, just confirming that notification, that text message notification that I got, with practically no other details in it, and they were saying that a letter would follow about when we had to have the herd tested by. So this letter had came there yesterday. We have to have our test done by the 7th of July, so we'll contact the vet now on Monday if we can leave it as close to the 7th of July as possible, depending on their availability. It would mean that our annual herd test, which normally is in August, would be coming back by a month, which isn't the end of the world. Be very conscious of putting the cows through the crush and stuff while we're in the middle of breeding season, but 7th of July we're coming towards the end of the breeding season, so the impact shouldn't be too negative, we hope. Yeah, that's the plan on that. Our restriction at the moment is what's called a trade restriction, so we can buy in animals if we wish, but any animals that we sell have to go directly to slaughter. If we had young calves that were under 6 weeks of age, we could still sell them if we wanted to too, because they're not impacted by the restriction. But yeah, anything else and that's over 6 weeks of age or not going to slaughter, we can't do that, but we could buy in animals if you wish. That is until the test date. If we go past the 7th of July without doing a test, then we have full restriction implications. No buying in animals of any description, and the calves and all wouldn't be allowed going here. So we're going to get that test booked in now on Monday and see what the crack is. So yeah, on farm we've had a lot of rain this morning. It's been horsing rain all morning, so we'll check the gauge now when we get home, see what's in it. We're going to bed calves, get a few jobs done now, we'll go home for a bit of late lunch, early dinner, get cows milked and have an early evening. I think it's a day just to catch up on things, recharge the batteries a bit. So finally getting around to catching up on the calf shed and readjusting the pens. Fresh sheets in there for the calves that are still all on the feeder. There's 3 still in there that are been weaned off, but we'll give them another couple of days before we draft them in here. These are our latest weaned off. They've weaned off now 3 or 4 days, so they're in here. We're extending the weaned off pen, so I'm going to swing out them gates there now, and all the weaned calves will have full access to this side of the shed. With a bale of straw over the far side there, going to bed it out, and we'll drop in another one for them to eat, and we'll bed it out in a few days time. Yeah, delighted to have this done. It's very, very mild today. You hear that calf coughing a small bit there. It's something I'm watching like a hawk now. We've no calves sick, but there is a little bit of coughing in the shed, so we could do with a blast of fresh air to come through. Now we're keeping the doors all open to trying to get a bit of airflow. It's not fantastic, so we'll just monitor calf health very, very closely in the next few days We might have to come in with some antiviral, but fingers crossed we won't. You hear the rain hopping off the roof of the parlour? It's been biblical this afternoon. Holy shit. It's absolutely hushing down rain. It's 10 to 5 here inside that afternoon. You can see I'm kind of drowned it. I'm killing the cows there. I'd say the track for 20 minutes waiting on it to pass. It didn't. Just getting heavier and heavier. Getting heavier and heavier. Oh. Wow. Absolutely fascinating. Cows milking out. Blue skies back a little bit. The ground is able for the rain, but the lanes and the fields are able for the lane, with the around the water trucks and the laneways are getting sticky now. But cows happy to be out. And if you see over there under the ditch, I have one of the bales of silage out. Just to try and push the covers. I meant to take a video of it earlier on, but sure, it was lashing rain, so so I'm over the ditch, so we'll show a video in the morning, see what's left. Night cows. Morning everyone, Sunday morning the 15th of June, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads and co out there. Hope it's going well for you. It's kind of a coolish, damp, a lot damper than I thought it'd be morning here in West Wicklow. After I had no raincoat on me, I'm after getting wet again, getting in the cows. A horrible misty rain came through there, so I've no hat on because I got soaked. Yeah, cows a bit unsettled this morning. We're into 48 hours now of having no dryness on their back. Yeah, look, the weather for the week ahead seems to be very, very good, or fingers crossed, seems to be very, very good. We're getting milk now, a little bit delayed. I dropped my phone on the lane on the way in. Fell out of my pocket without me noticing it, so it wasn't until I came to make the video here. No phone, so frantic search there has been delayed a few minutes trying to find that. Found it, phone still intact, as you can see. All is good. Lots of noise in the calf shed there this morning. Calves that we weaned off there yesterday or pulled out of the feeding pen, Allmac feeder pen yesterday, making lots of noise out there. My mum was texting during the night wondering was everything alright, so yeah, just a bit noisy. It'll be a bit noisy for a day or two and then it'll be fine. Yeah, so look, Father's Day, enjoy it, and hope it's drying up a little bit where everyone is. Go and get these cows milk now. Okay, so we're here, myself and the two girls are getting the lambs into the trailer to move them onto a bit of fresh grass. So they're currently having their morning feed, and Sive is going to hoosh them out now. So, alright Sive, let's go. Way too easy. Okay, lambs coming out to their fresh bit of grass. Come on, lambies. I'm gonna say fresh bit. Fresher weeds. This is my mum's front lawn. There's a pick of grass in there, and they go down onto the paddock underneath it when they're finished. Alright, Marnie, you need to go in and hunt them out there. I'll stand here minding the gate. Okay, just stay on one side now. Marnie. It's alright. Now, Sive, close your gate around, Sivey. Excellent. So, straight into the fresh nibble of grass there. We've about 4 days of milk left for them maybe. Bag of powder's gone, then they're finished. We've a range of sizes, so a tiny little one there on the right hand side and a couple of bigger ones, so it just means they'll stagger when they're freezer ready.
The house dog is just sitting here staring at Joe because none of us are used to Joe being in the house. But it's Father Day, Bo, and he's allowed to come in and sit on his couch.
Running up the line is Kenny. Kenny receives. He's taken by Smith. Gets the ball across.
Come on!
Here for Wicklow. They desperately need the goal. It just gets away from him. He has managed to regather. Gets it to O'Toole. O'Toole.
The dog is very confused.
He's told watch his pack.
How it is now, it's Sunday the 15th of June. I'm here in Carmels 1, getting the cows in for evening milking. Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I'm milking for my dad this evening, give him a break. Get these done nice and quickly and get home for a bit more football.
Good to see Mr. Sun back this morning. Monday morning, the 16th of June. Cows coming in. Cows have been a little unsettled for the last 3 or 4 days. We've had 40 mil of rain since Wednesday evening or maybe early Thursday morning. So glad to have a dry morning and a dry start to the day. So dry matter of the grass isn't particularly good, so meal is staying at 5 kilos and we'll keep them tipping along for a few days. We're around our rotation. We'll get Fionn to measure today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow now. A rotation is floating around the 16 or 17 days, so we'll bale the silage in. Bale's putting feeding them a bale at night time, just trying to push out the round. If there's any chance for them to get across the ditch, they're looking at it. They're, yeah, unhappy campers. But hopefully a dry week now will settle all that down. Just going 6:30 cows are in the yard there now to get them milked. Here our tank is storing up our milk there. Status on farm, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Cows are currently doing about 22, just slightly over 22 litres a day. We have passed peak milk yield now and we're on the downward curve, so trying to plateau that as much as we can. It dropped a good bit there probably about 10 days ago. Grass quality fell through the floor around the time we were cutting the silage and it was wet, and yeah, we had to introduce silage to try and stretch our round and stuff, you know, so we seem to have settled a little bit now around the 22 litres, so fingers crossed we'll hold that for as long as we can. Inputs are still quite high, we're still on 5 kgs a meal, and as I said out in the field there with bale and silage coming in, so throwing out the bales is the handiest thing to do at the moment. Cows are loving them, probably could do a second one, so we'll make a call on that today. Yeah, so 22, just over 22 litres, water fat is 4.58, our protein is 3.82. It has dropped down and we're at 3.9 there for a couple of collections about 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. So obviously with the inclusion of silage it has dropped that down a little bit. But it's fine, it's still very good for this time of the year, so delighted with that. Our cell count is at 241,000. That has been yo-yoing and stayed high-ish for the last while. We've had a couple of cases of mastitis, they've been treated and they're back in the tank. We're actually with the card on Friday, so we probably have some underlying cases with ladies that aren't presenting through the cords in the milk or swollen quarters or whatever, so we'll pick them up in the milk card and hopefully on Friday.
I received these tubes in the post a while ago, and it was only when watching this video that I remembered and said to Joe, perhaps now's the opportunity to use something like this. We have used boluses before for the cows with mastitis and we didn't get on very well with them, so Joe's a little bit sceptic, so I'm going to try to convince him to use them and we'll keep you updated on how it goes.
Main priority is getting the site levelled off and remedying the few issues that were caused by tracking in the stuff there on, what day was that, Thursday or Friday. So we're going to give it today to dry out because it's the first reasonable dry day we've had since Wednesday. Let the site dry out. I'm going to have to beg, borrow or steal a track machine at some stage today now to get it in for tomorrow. Probably end up having to sit on that myself just to track it in a little bit more and level out some of the ruts and stuff that are there so we can get it okay for Anthony and get him here with the shed. Calves need to get out. Again, that's second on the list of priorities. They need to be out by Thursday, throw Friday. Yeah, shed is full now of weaned calves, so I need to get them out. They're absolutely clattering through straw and our straw supplies. are dwindling rapidly, so get them out. Drake and the heifers will need to be moved at some stage in the middle of the week and brought closer to the cows so that Drake can go with the cows on Fridays. So his time with the heifers will be finished and then he'll be in here with the cows. That'll be good. It means there'll be no cows kept in the yard or whatever for Eamon to come in AI. Next Monday then myself and Ellen will AI a few of them, get a bit of practice in, help Drake with his job. So that's the plan. So we'll see. We're waiting on our AI going and stuff to come. Like I said, there's loads of off-farm stuff this week, so we just need to coordinate everything around that. Then we have the usual Fionn grass measure. Collecting our tank is full, so we need to get Kevin in tomorrow or this evening to get that emptied. Yeah, it's a Monday. Mondays are always a bit weird this time of the year, not Mondays. June is a bit weird after you cut the first cut silage. You're like, way, all the work is done, but then you realise you're only halfway through the year. Yeah, so we're floating, trying to get things organised and trying to keep the pressure on with the shed. It has stalled, to be perfectly honest, significantly there now in the last couple of weeks. But look, we'll get a turn of weather now and we'll push on and get Anthony here and get our shed stood. Yeah, that biblical rain there over the weekend and it showed us where we need to put in a few more drains and stuff that we knew. And now with the new layout, with where the shed and stuff is, new drains that we didn't know we needed. So kind of marking them in my head at the moment, but that's the job that we need to do. Drive it on. So it's Monday morning, just here with Oscar. We're filling up an IBC water for Honey and the Way Goose, and see behind the tractor there maybe, we have the trailer on, and in the trailer we have the dehorning crate. We're going to dehorn Blue, try and dehorn Blue, and we're going to tag him. So the plan is we bring up the water and we've a bit of meal there to keep Honey distracted while we get Blue into the trailer completely away from Honey. She'll still be in the paddock. And behind the electric fence wire, distracted with a little bit of meal, and we'll get him in, tag him, dehorn him, and get him back out to Mammy.
Hello, Honey. Got them some water. He doesn't know what's going to happen very soon. Let's move. Yeah. Oh my god.
So we're up here with Honey and Blue, and I think Blue has realised that we're going to be tagging him and dehorning him or something, because he's got a lease of life. He's bucking around like a mad jock. Yeah. But hopefully we'll persuade Honey to come back here and then Blue will follow.
Yeah. Yeah, and if that doesn't work then yeah. Let's see if she'll take the bait. Come on, honey. Come on. It's food, it's yummers, eat it.
Come on, honey.
It's for you.
There's no flies on our bike.
Come on. There we go. Oh my god, that greedy little shit. There we go. Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Oscar, had him.
Yeah. Emphasis on had.
I think that was our chance, Oscar.
And you fumbled it. Also, to explain what we're doing, we're trying to get Blue, or Honey Blue as his full name is, into there so we can do all the stuff we need to do to him in there, instead of in the field where Honey can do that, you know, just protect him, which makes our job 20 times harder.
So we divided and conquered. Oscar stayed outside the wire, throwing the meal out onto the ground to the Way Goose, while I tried in vain to get Blue in with Honey. I thought that if Oscar was in the pen with me, all the cattle would go crazy apart from Blue. So plus he got some good footage of me making a fool of myself.
With our last chance, we've used up all of our bait to distract them, and it's not going well. Thankfully, Honey's still eating, so who knows, this might be it. Come on. I'm like, so where is he? My God.
What?
How are we supposed to?
Honey's not the issue, he's just too cute. I had him and I let him go. Oh, fool him too. Should have caught him by the leg, I was like, had him by the hip and I didn't. Rage.
Yeah.
She might come back over for one more foot there, that's good.
I don't know. I don't think she trusts us anymore, to be honest. Apparently that wasn't our final chance. Seems like we got another one. Come on. Don't rage bait us. Ah, shit. Well, that went horribly. So, sum up what we have done. We fed Honey, Waylon, and I don't know your name.
Winnie.
Say it?
Winnie, I think.
Winnie, yeah. Okay, we've wasted a good bit of gas on that trying to heat it up.
Yep.
And oh no, we also brought the water up. So altogether we've only done one thing that we wanted to do today. Alright. Goodbye, Honey. Sorry for making you lose all of your trust in us.
Some people have said in the comments about having a mower instead of a topper. You would have seen it in action in last year's videos. We actually have a 9-foot cone mower. The reason it has been out so far this year is the cover, our protective safety cover. Part of it fell down last year when Ellen was mowing and or topping a paddock and went under the mower and was unusable anymore.
Could it just be put back on since we welded in as a snap, like, if you know what I mean? I was half expected to be blamed for something, but he just said, Ellen, machine's break. There's 3 of them belts and 1 is off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bring the quad back to the house with slow.
Okay. There she goes off the yard to get the belts put back on. I got maybe, I don't know, 50% done. Oh well.
So we just had folded the front part of the cover up. Unfortunately, a lot of rust has set in and stuff. It's very, very old mower. The back half of it has collapsed since, so it's just not usable. So anyway, we have it out now and it's going up to Paddy, gifted welder, my uncle Paddy, and he's going to do a job on the frame and weld it up so that it can be safely used. And we're going to get some new blades on it, which I have, and should be greased and oiled up, and hopefully we'll have it in action by the end of the week.
I'm still knocking around doing the green cert. It's an agri qualification from Chaga, so I'll be a qualified farmer. Tomorrow is my last in-person class before the summer break. I have 2 exams and an assignment, so a big cramming session happening now over the weekend. I'm not due to finish the course until January, but nearly there. Looking forward to the summer break.